You know, being single could really suck sometimes. Yeah, it really can. Like, oh my gosh, today is the last day of the Georgia State Fair. All the way down to Speedway Motor, something like that, Atlanta, whatever. That's somewhere in I don't know, like around Fayetteville, Georgia. Um, it's like south of what you call it, of the, oh my gosh, of the Hartsfield Airport, International Airport. You know, I really wanted to go to that Georgia State Fair. I was gonna go, but the main problem I was gonna go, but the problem I have with state fairs is they tend to not accommodate single riders. Because I'm such a roller coaster freak, I really like roller coasters or whatever. I'm like, I really do, probably a little bit more than trains, okay? Because it's all a bunch of, potential and kinetic energy. Point is, gravity's doing all the work of these trains, and I love that so much. So yeah, oh my gosh, I wanted to go to this state fair. There's 2 roller coasters there, 2 of them. We probably have like a wacky worm coaster, and then I think we have a Zamperla Wild Mouse. Is it Zamperla? I don't know what manufacturer, but no, it's a Wild Mouse. Yeah, Wild Mouse. Yeah, Wild Mouse. But it's a spinning Wild Mouse coaster. That could have been coaster credit 53 and 54. I've ridden 52 roller coasters, but now because I can always probably go back, later on in the future if it happens. But it's better to get it. It's better sooner than later. It's better to get things done sooner than later. So I didn't even go to the. I'm not gonna sit there and waste my money spending all this nearly $100 just to get to the dang park, and then spend an extra $40 to get unlimited get an unlimited wristband and stuff like that to ride it, just to be turned down. Oh, I'm sorry, no single riders. Wasted my money. I'm not gonna sit there and do that. So that's why I didn't go. I didn't go to there. That's the problem I have with being single sometimes. Look, I'm all fine. I could be single there, and I know I complain about never having a girlfriend and stuff like that. I get it. It's of me wishing I had that, especially me 24 years old, and all this love stuff, touch providing and everything, all that. I get it. But all I'm saying is, me being single, that really sucks. I would hate to be, well, I don't want to waste my money. I know some ride-outs would technically care less and let me ride anyway. But the thing is, I almost kind of have first-hand experience of being turned down. On the North Georgia State Fair in Marietta, Georgia, I was in line for the coaster. What's it called? I forgot the name of that coaster is called. But it's some Schwarzkopf coaster, fair coaster, whatever. Anton Schwarzkopf, that's the manufacturer. Well, I was close to the platform. Okay, next thing you know, I'm seeing no single rider line, no single riders sign right there. I was like, oh shoot, they might turn me down. Wasted all my money. I came down here specifically for this coaster, but I just walked in with another group. So basically there's 2 people. This was a family, 3. Okay, 2 of them sat in the front. This is one train car, by the way. I don't know why that day where they was running one car. They wasn't running a whole train. There's only one car, one train, whatever. I don't know. So they're 2 of them. His children are in the front. He's sitting in the back. I just sat there with them. So he didn't mind, and it's even on video and stuff like that. Check out the vlog. I might link it below. SydeLeaderRay Vlogs. It'll be on that channel. Link in the description. I just sat with him. I was concerned that I might get turned down, but thankfully the ride-up, she was like, have fun. Because I guess they didn't care that I sat with them, and the family didn't care. To me, personally, I don't mind. I'll sit with strangers. I have absolutely no problem. If anything, it's quite entertaining, actually, versus family. Because family have, people, I bring people to the park with me. They want to have all kinds of complaints. I don't want to get on this and stuff like that. Oh, this ride's too scary. So anyway, yeah. Since I go to Six Flags with myself all the time anyway, that's where most of my single rider visits always are like that. But if I had a friend, or even better, a girlfriend or whatever, I forgot to mention some things in that other video. Whatever. If I had, if I had a friend, a homie or a girlfriend the chances of me being turned down because you cannot ride, because single rider, is because it would be non-existent, because I would be simply just be riding with my friend or girlfriend. That's how it would have worked. Now, Ray, you had time to find some lady to go to the Georgia State Fair, Ray. So now that's on you, Ray. I bet that's some of y'all saying that in the comment section or in your brains or whatever. I'm pretty sure some of y'all saying that, okay? Look, why didn't I go out my way to ask somebody to go to the fair with, okay? Why? Because firstly, how are we gonna get there? How are we gonna get there? Exactly. For real, how are we gonna get there? I've never driven. Well, I've never driven a car. I've never driven a car, okay, off road. I've only did one parking lot driving thing. That's it. That's the only time. I even have it on video, okay? But I might not release it because I'm not trying to, dox my coworkers or whatever. But the first time I driven a real vehicle was an older white van, okay? Probably like a commercial, it was like an old commercial white van or whatever, where you hold materials and stuff like that. I driven that the first time. That's the first time I've ever driven a vehicle, period. Not go-karts. I'm not counting go-karts. I've driven go-karts before work. I think the first go-kart I driven was in 2018. The first bumper car I driven was, I believe, 2012 or 13, one of those years. I think it's 2012. Nah, I think one of those years, around there, between 2011 and 2013. That's the first bumper car I've ever driven. The first go-kart I've driven was in 2018. On video, my SydeLeaderRay vlog channel, link in the description. The first car I've ever driven was literally a couple months ago. I will say probably sometime in October 2023. The person, my driver instructor, my coworker, he said I drove pretty decent. I parallel parked, even though it was, I drove right into it. I didn't back into it. He wasn't gonna have me do that, so I'm glad actually. I was just getting the feel of the controls. Now, I don't know how to drive. So how are we gonna get there to the theme park, to the state fair, to the Georgia State Fair? Am I gonna drive down there? And if it was a male that felt like doing it, obviously he'll drive us there. That's cool. A homie would do that, but I don't really, I only have like two friends down here who can drive. Yeah, only 2 friends down here who can drive. No, technically 3, but his car is gone now. So yeah. Yeah, but point being, if it was a homie down here, I would not mind if a homie was taking us, not me, us, to this state fair and theme parks in general. We will be able to ride these rides just fine because we're not single riders. We're together. We're a group of party. Every single time I'm at Six Flags, how many in your group? Oh, just me. I mean, I'm not shading them. I'm not shading. They're just doing their job. I'm not none of that at all. Okay, all clear. I'm just saying. The fact is, I've been going to theme parks and amusement parks by myself a whole lot has been getting to me because, like, oh my gosh, like this instance, oh my gosh, I don't like keep talking about this. I'm on the line for Twisted Cyclone, one of them Six Flags days. I'm on the line. It's probably in my Coastal Third Rail archive vlogs or whatever. Coastal Third Rail channel, link in the description. I'm over here waiting patiently in line for Twisted Cyclone at Six Flags over Georgia. This is one of the teen days, okay? Like between, I'll say 15-ish or 16, I don't know which day, but waiting in line, Twisted Cyclone, just fine, like the nice silver person. And then I'm in line, I'm in the front because I need a front POV of the ride. I'm in the front row, the train gets sent out, all clear, dispatch. So next thing you know, when the train came in, they opened the gates, I went, instead of me sitting directly down, because I know they complain, the Six Flags complain about, loose articles, which even me personally, you should not have loose articles on rides. I put my water bottle, convenient is kind of the same water bottle. I put my water, this happened in 2021, I think 2021 or 22, one of them. I put my water bottle on the side for the cubby or whatever. Next thing you know, when I'm returning back to my seat, 2 kids, they sat down my seat. They took my seat. I don't know what those kids were thinking. Look, I wasn't gonna fuss at the kids, so I was getting ready to walk out the gate, and then next thing you know, at the last point, I seen an empty seat. Both seats are closed all the way at the back of the train. So I run down to the back of the train and sit down, about to put on my seatbelt. Next thing you know, person who just sits down, please get off the ride. I'm like, me? Yes, you. So I get upset. So I go straight up to the main panel where the main ride up was like, hey, what happened? Originally, I was supposed to be sitting right there, but they just sat down and stuff like that. He's like, hey, what? They sat down. They basically took my spot. So you're not gonna say anything to them? They just took my spot, and whatever. And it's like, I'm sorry, sir. Because I looked at those kids. Like they knew what they did was wrong. They wasn't supposed to do that. I look at them kids, and then I look back at them. I was like, you know what? Have a good one. I didn't even strut. I was not gonna fuss at them kids. That's why I went to the ride up and not the kids. And then I just simply report the ride up to security and to the guest relations. Honestly, they didn't really do much. I feel like they didn't do much. They did give me a free ride pass for another ride. I mean, thank you, but that doesn't solve the issue. So yeah, I think I might have a little bit of that on video, but I think I deleted most of the videos because that caused some anxiety in me, which I'm not going to try to get too much of that. That started to make me panic a little, whatever, because I was kicked off a ride finally. At least I have the credit of being kicked off a ride. There we go. I have that credit now. So yeah, escorted off. Well, not escort, but kicked off a ride. Same thing. Anyway, so I told the guest relations at Six Flags what happened. They kicked me off the ride when I explained that there was an empty seat and stuff like that. I might get, if there's a certain way of operating a coaster and stuff like that, okay, no problem. They didn't have to make me sit down, but he could have accommodated me to that, to the next ride, at least. But he didn't do that. Whatever. No shame against that ride operator for the most part, but whatever. Now, why I have to tell that story is because if I came as a single rider. If I wasn't a single rider, I had a homie or a girlfriend, we both, either both of us or one of us would have sat down, and specifically one, okay? Would have sat down, one of us would have sat down while the other person would have put our loose articles on the side of the platform, okay? And actually that way, if them kids, they would have seen there were 2 people sitting there, our rides wouldn't have been stolen. My ride haven't been stolen. But because I was a single rider ride, those kids took advantage of the idea that I didn't sit down in time, but it was still my turn to sit down. That they ejected. They line jumped. Those kids line jumped. I was supposed to be in that train riding that coaster. It's not a big deal, but I'm just saying, if I wasn't a single rider, if I had a homie or a girlfriend, it wouldn't have been a problem. That wouldn't have never happened. And then another instance, well, I'm not gonna bring too much about that, but the point being, the reason I'm talking so much about theme parks is because theme parks is like a pretty much, I don't want to say like, it's kind of a standard in my life now, an essential point of my life, because I really like roller coasters and everything. I need my monthly airtime, even though I haven't been going to Six Flags in a while. I'm over spending this paying all this money to Six Flags, and I'm not going. And Planet Fitness. I was planning on going to Planet Fitness today, going to the gym today, but I'm just so tired. See, look, I even have my uniform ready and everything. But I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm not feel like doing all that. I'm gonna pass by maybe if I go to the gym. I don't know. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, like single riders at theme parks are not always accommodating. So yeah, that's just just friends. That's just friends in general. I prefer going with a group party. I prefer it that way. But when it comes to certain like new events, stuff like that, then it must be a single rider. For the most part. I still would prefer at least one more person with me to go. I've been going to Six Flags by myself a lot. Pretty much all the time me being down here in Georgia. I've been to Six Flags. The original 2019 Six Flags crew, check out my vlogs, SydeLeaderRay vlogs. The crew, that's what we call ourselves. They've only been to Six Flags over Georgia All of them together, even if we didn't go to full groups, only 3 times. 3 times. And they all, 2 of them 2020. No. 1 2020, 3 2000, well, 3 or 4, I don't remember, 2 or 3 in 2021. I've been to Six Flags over Georgia, I believe 32 times, I think. Yes, I'm counting the days. 32 times. 31 times. I think it's 31. I'm trying to remember. I'm not trying to do the math, but 30, if I was to count like 2 divided by 10, so 80% of 90, about 90% of the time I've been to Six Flags by myself, every theme park down here in Georgia by myself. So this is big, you know. Like, look, I get that, you know, people, they don't have to go. They're there. I'm not, you know, trying to do all that obligation junk. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if I went with somebody, I have at least some backup with me. I have backup with me, but I don't have backup. I'm on my own. So I mean, I have God. I mean, I'm no problem with that at all. So no problem. I can always get another ride on roller coasters, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, and I don't want to go traveling all across the world and say, no, you can't sit down. No single riders. I don't want to deal with that. No, I don't like that. All this, the world isn't really built for single people. If you really think about it, it's not really built for single people. If you're by yourself, people think there's something wrong with you. Yeah, people think something wrong with you because you're by yourself all the time. So yeah. Now another instance, I might be being a single rider or just being, you know, single and stuff like that. I'm not saying I don't have any, well, I kind of don't have any friends down here in Georgia. I mean, I've technically befriended like 3 people down here. This is not me what's the word? What's the word? I'm trying to say retcon. This is not me, you know, any shade or, you know what I'm trying to say, but we don't hang out as much and we all busy, so yeah. So yeah, the only friends I currently have is my friends, my high school homies. That, you know, the boys group chat. So yeah, I need to see them again. I seen, you know, 75% of them, and including myself, 75% of them in last year around this time in April. So yeah, I got high school. Yeah, I seen 4 plus 1 high school friends. Okay, why I'm saying 4 plus 1 versus 5? Because the plus 1 is my unofficial ex. Okay, she was not part of the boys group, the unofficial group. When I went to Chicago last year, I went over to her place. Okay, stop thinking dirty, people. Okay, stop thinking dirty. I went over to her place to record some lines and to see how she was doing. That's it. And I remember that Uber driver, she was like, oh, you at your girlfriend's house? I was like, oh, no, you know, ex or whatever. It's like, oh, that's nice you two are still friends. Maybe you two can get back together. I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. And in my head, I was like, nope, we ain't not getting back together. See, she's a mother of 2, so yeah. I hope her babies are doing well. I don't mind being like a godfather or whatever. Like, you know, I don't care. But I just hope she deal with her problems with her mans and stuff like that. So yeah, I've recorded some lines since she's gonna be inside of episode 5 extra, episode 6. I'm gonna figure that out. Well, 5 special now. So since I call it that now, so yeah. See, I recorded some lines with her and stuff like that. She said it was fun. I'd like to do it again. I'm gonna have to go over there and record a few more lines. Those lines are a year old. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, at least I have the lines. It's better to have them done sooner than later, because you know I don't like I'm patronizing my actors to record lines. I don't like that. It's not a good feeling. So yeah, shoot, where I lost my train of thought. Yeah. As far as traveling on my own, I mean, riding planes and stuff like that, obviously I got no problem with that. No big deal with that. I'll clear on that junk. I'm gonna have to stop this video like at 25 because I'm trying to keep at least 10 minutes of space video. This is why I did not want to upgrade to the S22, because no SD card. If I had an SD card, then I would have been able to keep, man, I mean, I could have did the 256 gigabyte model, but I don't want, man, I wasn't gonna pay no extra money. I hate this. I wonder, could I get this phone upgraded to better space? That'd be cool. But I'm not willing to pay the money. I mean, I technically could afford it right now. If anything, I could buy probably a modern day Samsung S25 or something like that, but I'm not gonna pay that money. I'm not paying no $1,000 for no phone. No, I'm never doing that junk. The max I'll pay for phones like around $350, something like that, maybe $400. So yeah, that's too much money. I'm not paying that much money. So yeah, yeah, man. Speaking, I mentioned Chicago because I record trains. I like trains and stuff like that. I really do like trains. If I was, the one problem as a rail fan, people think we're terrorists. People think we're mentally ill and terrorists specifically. Like that night when that lady, that ride operator, I'm not gonna go to the horn stuff, but that ride operator banging in her window saying, "Stop that before you get arrested." I'm kind of checking out this guy right now, trying to see if he got some gains. Yeah, I can tell he got a little gains right now. Yeah, I can tell. Keep going, homie. Anyway, so yeah, no homo, of course, okay? So anyways, that lady over here banging on the window and stuff like that. Stop that recording before you get arrested. I'm out, and she over talking about bomb threats. We don't know if you're a terrorist or like that. That was anxiety attacking. That really attacked my anxiety. If I had a homie or somebody with me to help me, they would have stuck up for me and stuff like that. And even if I was to panic and stuff like that, I stopped recording because that ride operator, that train operator was so mean. The CTA ride operator lady, she was so mean. I mean, I went to go and talk to her. I wasn't just gonna sit there and let her win like that, okay? I went and talked to her up to her and say, "Hey, the CTA website said we can record stuff like that, blah blah blah, this, blah blah blah, rude." I don't know. She was just doing her junk or whatever. But the only reason why I'll give her a pass is because I went up there and talked to her, despite her attitude was so bad. Because I went up there, I grew a little bit of balls and talked to her, telling her what your company say, but what I can do on CTA property, what is permitted and not permitted on CTA property. I had to do that, otherwise I would have definitely been really anxious. I still had anxiety, but yeah. But if I had a homie that day, he or she would probably be like, "Man, that lady, she out of her mind," stuff like that. She's like, "You know what? You need to tell her. I'm imagining a female though. You need to tell her what the CTA website says." So, so he helps me, or he or she helps me, like they go up to that lady and stuff like that. So next, like the CTA website says that no, you can't do that. It's like that. But ma'am, and then let's say I'm falling behind, which I kind of did. I've fallen behind on my little evidence of CTA website saying you can record and stuff like that, and then my friend, he would pull up, "Why does it say this, ma'am? I'm reporting you," and stuff like that, blah blah blah. Then it would have been, then she probably would have been guilty and stuff like that. The point is, if I was being harassed by train operators or transit operators about me recording on rides, because recording them and stuff, because I like trains, people. I'm a rail fan. That's what I do. Check out my Coaster Third Rail channel. In fact, I uploaded a whole bunch of Los Angeles Metro videos. So yeah, which I'm still working on to promote all that on my Coaster Third Rail Instagram. I'm so behind on that. So I just now got all the rest of the Los. I'm seeing a female. She look kind of thick though. If I had like a friend or whatever, they would have helped stick up with me, or at least give me the courage or confidence to stick up for myself, that proving I am not a terrorist or whatever. So yeah, that's the problem being single. This female thick, kind of, for real. She kind of thick. She kind of thick right now. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. When I say single rider, I mean not specifically, in relationships. I mean like specifically like just being with somebody, just having a friend or something like that. I don't know. something like that. That's, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this female. So yeah, checking out this female. So yeah. So yeah, yeah. Now let's get to the. I mean, this is not me relying on a friend to, you know. It's not me relying on a friend to, you know, to help, you know, motivate me and stuff like that. I'm looking at the female. She kind of caked up actually. Yeah, she got some cake. She's wearing some sort of orange crop top, and then burgundy shorts or whatever. I don't know. I need to stop this video anyway. So yeah, you know, now let's talk about this. Is not me relying on somebody to help stick up for me. I need to know how to stick up for myself. So yeah. Now I'm going on to the relationship part. Now, like I said, me being single, never having a girlfriend and stuff like that, you know, like I said, it does get lonely at times. I want to be able to have all these emotions and stuff like that, and all these lovey-dovey stuff of life to pour into a female, but I cannot do that because, you know, I'm not the most attractive guy, physically and maybe personality speaking. Well, I mean, people might see I'm a nice guy, but like I said, the me you've seen on video is SydeLeaderRay, okay? Off camera, I would say I'm kind of different, okay? I will say my job, they do get a little bit of SydeLeaderRay, like how I'm talking now. Certain people on my job does get this me, but some of my trusted coworkers, like for example, one of my elder coworkers, the one who's so funny or whatever, they get genuine me, like maybe autistic Ray. So yeah, I'm like every single time, I like, hey, I'd be like that every single, hey, like, hey, Remarco. Hey, Remarco, how you doing? Oh, I'm good and stuff like that. You doing good? You sure? Like, in fact, I have to put credit to one of my produce coworkers. When I asked him about does he think I'm autistic or whatever, he said no, but you know, always go to doctor, check yourself out or whatever. And he said, you don't think, but you know, anything is possible. You know, Ray Marco, you cool? I don't think you're autistic. You're cool, whatever. He has to be in his 50s. He's some African dude. This is why I love Africans. They make me feel proud about myself, about being black and whatever. They're the only people who make me love being African, okay? So yeah, anyways, this African coworker, he checked on me like, Remarco, you good? You sure? You all right, Remarco? You know, he was making sure I was good. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, you know, going back to I got sidetracked. Going back to the female part, I'm losing battery. Well, no, phone storage. I hate this phone. Only upgraded because of camera. That's it. Camera video, you know, so yeah, because I've seen some problems with the S20, like it has a whole lot of motion blur whenever I'm recording at 60 FPS, so which I don't like. It looks weird. When I record in 30 FPS, the camera is stable, but you know, it's kind of like skipping frames or something. Like it's going frame advance. So I don't know what's going on with that. So anyways, I think I do something with smooth steady recording or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, if I had a girlfriend by now, like all this, I hate that how, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I am getting a little bitter towards women sometimes, like, oh, oh, she's a whore, oh, she likes the car, oh, she must not be a virgin, oh, she must have a nasty ass attitude, oh, she's a strong woman, don't need no man, she's a modern woman. That's one problem I do have with all the research I've done and stuff like that, me being single and low-key an incel. I'm not an incel, I'm a volcel, by the way, voluntary celibate. I'm a virgin, okay? It's just, I don't know. I do have high standards, but the thing is, I'm trying to look for a girl who's like me. That's like me, and hopefully we can get married and stuff like that. Equally yoked, biblically speaking, and literally speaking too. If you know what I'm trying to say, like virgin man to virgin woman, 10 body man to a 10 body woman. I think it should be that way, or at least low body count to low body count to high body count to high body count. So it just, being single is so, it can be lonely, Can get a little lonely. I do my best to try to see my high school homies at least, once a year, since we live in completely different states, but I don't know. I try my best. Why aren't you hanging out with people down here in Georgia, the little friends you made down here in Georgia? Well, because, let's get started, they all busy, they all got jobs. I understand. They all got jobs, we all got lives, people. We're all adults and stuff like that, college, bills and stuff like that, so yeah. Yeah. They graduated from college, yeah. One of my high school homies graduated from college. I would assume all of them did. They graduated from college. I'm so jealous. So yeah, I do appreciate my high school homies. I tell them a bit my problems sometimes. Not everything, but I tell them my problems sometimes. I think some of them even watch my channel, this channel specifically, and I kind of complain to them about my life and everything. They help encourage me and stuff, so I really appreciate them. So yeah, I really appreciate them. So yeah, the reason why I'm not hanging out with people down here, the little friends I made, the friends that I made down here in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, is because it's not me being prejudiced or whatever. I'm just saying we're all busy and stuff like that. And I gotta say, one of them, well, technically two of them. One of them's into kind of smoking a lot, which I'm not trying to be near that at all. So yeah, because I don't want that, rubbing off on me and stuff like that. And no, I will not smoke a blunt, okay? That comment section, that person who made a comment, I will not smoke a blunt. No cigarettes, no cigars, no I don't know, anything that means inhaling any kind of nicotine, tobacco, e-vapes, none of that. I'm not doing that. So yeah, and then I'm not trying to bother people. That's another thing. I'm not trying to bother people. I do agree I need to get out much. I need to get out more and start interacting with people. Oh yeah, I'm not going to no club. Nope, fuck the club. I'm gonna make a whole entire separate video for that. But I'm never going to a club. I go to a party as long as no drinking is being involved or people aren't getting drunk or whatever. But I do want to go to a party. But the thing is, that's the thing. My parents, they kept me in the house too long. That was the problem. They sheltered me. My child parents sheltered me. I wanted to go out and hang out with friends and stuff like that. Because my child parents sheltered me, I don't really know how to be social like that. And then they complaining to why was I being bullied and stuff like that. Y'all failed to let me explore the world as a young kid to try and make friends and stuff like that. I might have to max this out anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm running out of space on this phone. I hate this phone. I already hate this phone. That's so... Man, I did not want to upgrade. I'm gonna have to probably get an Xperia phone. But they way too expensive. Phones just had to get rid of the SD card drive. Sacrificing USB, well, micro USB, that was the easy transition to USB-C. That was the easy transition. But the headphone jack was a little rough, but I was able to adapt. And if anything, technically more convenient, especially when I'm riding bikes and everything. And yeah, and traveling, especially during travel, it's more convenient during that time. So yeah. The last thing, and that I kind of sacrificed the position of my camera, but the camera, that was a super easy one. And then also the what you call it, the last one, the SD card slot. Man, that's rough. I'm running out of space. I only got like a minute left of recording. That sucks real much. I hate this. I gotta constantly transfer all my photos into my hard drive, on my computer. I could have just got the 256 gig model, but some of that space is used up by the system running. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Being single can be suck, and on top of that, I have really nobody to talk to about my problems and stuff like that, and to motivate me to go. I probably would have been in the gym today. Remarkable. Let's go to the gym. Oh, okay, I don't feel like it, but let's go to the gym or whatever. But because I don't feel like going to the gym, I'm not feeling motivated to go to the gym. If I had a homie or even a girlfriend, then we can go be gym bros or have a gym girl friend or something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and then I'm stressed out. If I probably would have had friends, I probably wouldn't. Well, if I had like a lot of friends in if I had a social life, then I would have probably never had this channel. So yeah, or my channel, if I did, my channel would be completely different. I'm running out of time. I got 21 seconds left, counting down. Man, I hate this phone. And today's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. So yeah. Yeah, otherwise, I don't know what to say. This is probably being Secret Rider. Thanks for watching.